everybody. We're so happy that you are here with us on our special edition of Engage with Sage. We hope you learn a lot and come back with a lot of questions. So again, welcome to our special edition of Engage with Sage. Thank you, Ms. Schaefer, for another awesome video. We love all the hard work you do with your special effects students. Okay, so you'll notice all of our teachers are over in that chat bar, so make sure you say hi to your Sage teacher or teachers today. We're super happy everybody is here. So what I would like for you to do is go ahead and write down your first name and what grade you're in. So all of our high school and pathway teachers will know who is joining us. Again, put the first name and grade. Just a couple of reminders is just making sure we're being professional in that comment section. You know, hold off on all the emojis. One or two are so much fun, but more than that, not so much. So again, relevant questions, you're talking to your Sage teachers over in the chat bar, or you're asking questions to us on the show, okay? So again, I know we're gonna do a great job out there, and there's already tons of people out here. Look at that, here is Miss Co, Miss Schaefer, and all these people are going so fast. It's like making my bar go. So there we go. We got, hello, Drop Teeny. How are you? There he is. Hi, Joey. We're so happy you're here. Miss Russ. Oh, hi, Miss Russ. Fun time. I already said hello to you. So a lot of people over in that chat bar. Keep it coming. Let's get a record of high views today. What do you guys think? Right now, we're doing pretty well. So let's get that number up. And before I forget, Miss Co is over in the chat bar. But as always, one of our favorite things in the show is the Coword, which is, here it is, everybody. You know what this means, don't you? If you don't know what it means to email your teacher through Canvas what the Coword of the week is to earn a special token and possibly a nice, fun treat. So again, Coword. All right, now let's bring on the people that you came to see. Here we go. First up, hi, Ms. Marcantonio and Mr. Myers. Hey.
Hey.
Dr. Dameron, hi.
Hey, hi, Oak Park.
Woohoo! Okay, guys, so a lot of people are over here on the chat bar, and I know they're tired of me talking, so it's your turn. First, let's go through and introduce yourself and let them know what school you're at. Does that sound fun? Okay. Why don't you start, Miss Marcantonio?
Hey, everyone. I'm Miss Marcantonio, and I am the gifted resource at Winnetonka High School, home of the Griffins.
Awesome. Mr. Myers, where are you at?
Hey, guys. I'm at North Kansas City High School.
Dr. Dameron, where are you at?
Hi, everybody. I'm at Oak Park, home of the Northmen.
Awesome. Very, very cool. And if you're out there and you know what feeder pattern you're going to, go ahead and write it over there. We'd like to know where all of you guys are going to be going to high school. So very cool. We are missing one. If you didn't notice, Staley is gone. Dr. Dameron, where is Miss Tony?
I believe Miss Tony had to present someplace else. So if you'd like to see your Sage teacher from Staley, maybe come to the parent meeting. See her there.
Awesome. And Dr. Dameron brings up a good point. We not only are doing an Engage with Sage with you, we are doing our first time ever parent session Engage with Sage. So if you want your parents to see all of the fun stuff we do here on Engage with Sage, we are doing another one tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for those links and talk to your parents about it. They'll all be back so your parents can ask questions as well. All right, Mr. Myers, can you talk a little bit about what high school Sage is and how it works?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. Thanks for having us on, by the way. So as you know, high school Sage differs from middle school. Okay, so rather than having a Sage class at the high school, what you have is a Sage Gifted Resource Specialist. Gifted Resource Specialist is our official title. We're also known as advisors or counselors. So at high school, this gifted specialist, counselor, or advisor is in your corner. You can almost see us as a coach who's like spurring you on to win. Okay, and so in this metaphor, you're a boxer, but of course you're not a boxer. So to step outside of the metaphor and talk about, how things really are in the high school, let me just say that your freshman year might be a bumpy transition, and so you're going to need an adult on your side. You're going to need an adult in your corner. It's always good to have that person when you're making a transition, even if it's going smoothly. There are going to be some things that you need to know about high school. For example, for enrollment. You might need help navigating your way through honors courses. And I'll touch on a little bit more of that in just a moment. But I just want to emphasize the point that your gifted advisor or counselor is someone who cares about you and someone who you can come to if you have any kind of complications or conflict while you're in high school.
Very cool. And rumor has it, Mr. Myers, that some of you guys have like candy and things in your office. Is that true?
We often do. We often have food. I can't trust myself with chocolate, but I hear at the other high schools, they have some self-control and don't eat all the chocolate at once.
Very, very cool. Very neat. Thank you so much. And you guys, I know you're going to have a lot of questions over there, and our SAGE teachers are over there as well. Oh, what is that, Miss Marcantonio?
It's another prize. We use laptop safe stickers here at Winnetonka too. So if anyone's a Frida Kahlo fan, Frida is kind of our girl of the year. So she's all over everyone's laptops.
Very cool. So neat. So we know you're over there. I know you have a lot of questions. If you ask your questions, our middle school SAGE teachers will hopefully be able to answer those. If not, we'll definitely have time here at the end to answer some of those questions. All right, Dr. Dameron, can you talk a little bit about all the diploma options?
Absolutely. And we're just going to do a quick talk about them because we have lots more information to share and we are happy to answer questions. So I just want you to know that no matter what high school you go to, you can earn an honors diploma. And what we really want you to think about as students in middle school getting ready to transition at some point to high school is to think about pushing yourself. And that is really helping you earn a diploma of distinction. So we have gold medallion honors diploma, AP capstone honors diploma, and then 2 honors diplomas called IB diplomas at Northtown. So there's really 4 options for you to earn a diploma of distinction. And where that is for you guys right now, if you're in 6th or 7th grade, is to really start thinking about when you're in school, pushing yourself, taking honors classes, striving to do your best to help you get ready to take some of those classes to earn honors when you're in high school. And then our 8th graders, we've loved meeting already and working with them to pick some diplomas and to pick their choices for classes. So we're going to be working more with them. So really the main thing about honors diplomas I think we all want to share is that you can get an honors diploma at every high school, and we want you to start thinking about it now and start really getting your mindset that I want to do my best, and this can take you very far. And the really cool thing I think we all enjoy is when kids get all this money for college. You think college is expensive. A lot of our kids get a lot of great scholarships. So pushing yourself and really working toward a goal of achieving can really also pay off. Not the only reason you do it, but it does help. And chime in, my fellow people, if I left anything out of there.
I would say I was just having a schedule teams with a 10th grader. She's going to be an 11th grader, and her sister jumped on the teams, and her sister graduated several years ago. But one of the things she was telling her sister why she should do an honors diploma, she was like, it's just a family thing. She said, you just can't get that family feeling in any other. I mean, I'm sure there are other ways, sports and things like that. But for this particular student, she said, I will never forget, the times we spent up all night, working on our projects together, and they still feel like they're kind of connected as a family. So that would be another reason to pick an honors diploma, because we will kind of mom you or dad you, as the case might be, to where you need to be in the end.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Miss Marcantonio, would you talk a little bit about like enrollment procedures and maybe even summer school? Can you believe even thinking about summer school already? But it's coming quick.
Yeah. So if you are an 8th grader, then you have already started, I think you guys have already started talking with your counselors about getting your enrollment, choosing your courses for next year. And so you guys will get to choose 7 courses, at least at Winnetonka. Is that true at Oakmar?
We have 8 now.
But one of them is technical core, right?
Yeah, but that's still 8.
Right. So it'll be 8, yes, but one of them will be determined by which pathway you choose. And so I think we have some pathway people that'll talk to you a little bit more about that. But what's really nice about high school is that you do get to have more choices because we have an A-day schedule and a B-day schedule. So you get to have 4 classes a day. Classes are like, have we already done this? Have you guys already talked about class length and all that stuff? I'm going to do it then. Okay. Classes are like an hour and a half-ish long, which sounds crazy, but you only have to do 4 of them a day. So you can really sit and like get started on something and finish it in one kind of setting. The other thing I really like about it is I'm not much of a math person. So like I remember in high school, like totally picking up what the teacher was putting down like during math class. And then I would get home to do my homework. I'm like, wait, what? What just happened? And so what's nice about the 90-minute classes is that you can have the lesson and then you have lots of time to be coached by that teacher. And it could be that math is your jam and you really need help in writing or whatever, but the same is still true. You can totally get the help that you need with the teacher in front of you while you're still sitting there, which is lovely. I really love the long classes. So when you enroll for your classes, your counselors and the pathway coordinator will help you choose your 4 core that you're going to take, what electives you're going to take, and then your pathway class. And you'll need to be thinking about if there are classes maybe senior year that you want to take their advanced classes. For example, if you want to do sports broadcasting and you want to go to the high school games and like call the plays and be on the TV and stuff, you probably better sign up for Journalism 1 as a freshman, right? So that by the time you're a senior, you can be in that advanced broadcasting class. And there's things like that in all the classes. If you want to be in advanced studio art your senior year, well, you need to start with Art 1 your freshman year. So be thinking about that, and your counselors will be there to help you make those kind of decisions.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. That was awesome. And now we get to bring on 2 new people kind of to our SAGE family here. So let's bring them on here. Hey, how are you guys doing? Awesome. Do you guys, Dr. Stanley, would you like to start just kind of introducing yourself and tell everybody a little bit about you?
Absolutely. I am Dr. Stanley, and I am the College and Career Facilitator at Oak Park High School. So there is one of us at each high school, so you'll get to know us through your 4 years in high school. And we're excited to tell you about what it's going to look like for you when you get to high school. You get to choose what pathway or what area of interest that you want to go to high school and really experience. So if you're one of those people who's always coming up with something to sell and you're really good at it, you could go into the School of Business, and then you get to learn more about business and more about how to sell things that you're interested in. So you will get to choose your 4 core classes and a tech core. The tech core will be like a foundations of business. So you get to learn everything you ever wanted to know about business. And then you still get to do 3 electives. So lots of exciting stuff. And I'll introduce Jamie now.
Yeah, I'm Mrs. McSparron, and I'm the College and Career Facilitator at Northtown. And like Dr. Stanley, I am over health and wellness pathway for the district. So I am over students who are interested in the medical field, whether that be doctors, nurses, or even personal trainers and nutritionists and dietitians. So anything that has to do with health and wellness and body is the one that I'm over. The other 2 facilitators are over our other pathways, which are design, innovation, and technology, and human services.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And everybody that's out there, what's really exciting, I know some people were late, but we're still happy you're here. And if you are not watching live and you are watching later, don't forget tomorrow night, we will also do another special first edition ever parent engage with SAGE. So have them hop on and hear all this again, but also they can ask questions as well. So one more question for all of you, and I have a big surprise for you guys. You get to be on the hot seat. Yes, we put all of our teachers, yes, but the world is the hot seat. Yeah, so be ready. Everybody out there watching and listening, be thinking of your hot seat questions for all of our guests, because why not? We got to put them on the hot seat. It's my favorite thing. Okay, so before we do that, is there any deadlines or dates that everyone needs to know? 6th, 7th, 8th, possibly just 8th? Just something to think about. Anything, Dr. Dameron or Miss?
Well,
Yeah.
we will be having deadline dates. Should I answer the question in the chat that was about that, or will somebody else answer that? Sorry. Somebody said, do your parents have a chance to see our schedule before it's official? And the answer is, of course, yes. And as to deadlines, you will have them. We don't quite know them yet, so they're coming up soon. But what they want you to do is, when it's time to pick your classes, once you've made all your 8 choices, you'll have a meeting with your counselor, whether it's virtual like this or whether it's in person at school. That's kind of up in the air. But once that deadline hits, that's when you really need to choose, because you know what happens, sadly, is if you never turn in your enrollment, then you have to have classes. So maybe somebody picks them for you and you might not like them. So we encourage you to fill out that enrollment form when you get it, which will be pretty quick. And the deadline will be when it's due to your counselor, when you have a meeting with your counselor. Now, let's look down the road, toward May, and all of a sudden you pick to take art, and suddenly you've decided you want to be a football coach, football player, and your coach says, no, you need strength conditioning, just as an example. There are exceptions if we have room in the schedule to make minor changes, but really, really think about the classes you pick, because things get very full and it's hard to switch. So deadlines, yes, probably around the 1st of March is, I think, what's on track for you guys. So it'll be, unique to every school. And in middle school, the same thing though. Really think about the classes you take in middle school, because if you take something in 6th grade and you just test yourself out. If I've never taken an honors class before, maybe it's time for me to take a couple in 6th or 7th grade. So I'm getting ready to really ramp up my high school. So yes, there are deadlines, and we want you to really think about your classes.
Very cool. And that's great, because even though we have 6th and 7th graders out there, but there's still things that they can be thinking about as well. So pathway coordinators, is there anything our 6th and 7th graders should be starting to think about?
Just start thinking about what you're interested in. Start really, if you have older siblings, start talking to them about what they're interested in. It'll just help that process. And all the 8th graders out there, next week, you get to declare what pathway you're interested in. So be sure to share that with all of your friends.
Yeah, the only thing that I would add is really exploring your interests. You're not picking a pathway necessarily to say, this is the career I want to do for the rest of my life, but just an area that you think is interesting and would like to learn more about.
Very cool. And what's great about the Sage Center, everybody, is that we do a lot of that stuff, right? We have biomedical, we have forensic science, we have graphic design, we have tons of different things for you to start exploring. So maybe as you guys are picking your classes in the future, be thinking about trying something new. Maybe you like, computer science, or maybe you would like robotics or things like that. So use the Sage Center to help you kind of guide and see what your interests are. Okay, everybody.
I'm sorry, here's a really funny one. Sorry, but you know what, you guys, you all have a lot of teachers and they've lived a lot of different lives and careers and interests. So I always say, ask the teacher what they like to do. Ask them, what experiences they've had, because lots of times you'll be really surprised. Like, did you know I used to be an office manager? Like, whoa, that seems like a really boring job. So ask people what your teachers have done. It's a great resource just to find out new and interesting things.
That's a great point. Great point. Okay, everybody, I hope you're thinking of those questions, because if everybody knows what time it is the hot seat. Yes, that is right. And so now all of you over here have been waiting so patiently. Let's put all of our special guests on the hot seat. Now, here's what the fun part is. No one knows who's going to answer the question. So be ready. You never know. Miss Duffett loves it when I put her on the hot seat. So here we go. Here is the first question. Since I am on quarantine until February 22nd, will I miss out on enrollment things? Okay, who's going to answer this? We see head shaking no, so that's not as much fun, you guys. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, Dr. Dameron, what do you think?
You will absolutely not miss out on anything. We are all ready to meet with you virtually, and your counselor will meet with you, and you will have all the information you need. And if you don't, like if you're thinking, I'm missing out, just let your teacher know, your Sage teacher know. They know how to reach out to us, and we'll make sure you have everything you need.
Awesome. Very cool. Oh, here you go. Here's a fun fact, Dr. Dameron. But did you guys all know Miss Turner used to work for the airline? So there you go.
Wow.
Oh, very cool. And everybody's super happy that you're here. And so we do appreciate all your time that you're putting in today with us. So thank you so much. Okay, so here we go. I have a question for you, and I'm going to put Mr. Myers on the hot seat. Can you talk a little bit about maybe some different elective options?
Yeah. So it depends on which diploma program you're pursuing. Sort of. Elective options. Gosh, I am on the hot seat. I don't think enough about elective options.
You can phone a friend if you want to. We'll be nice.
I'm gonna phone Miss Marcantonio. I think she'd have a pretty good answer for this question.
Yeah, you guys, we have such a rich elective world that you can choose from. There are music and art electives all over the place. My favorite class to crash, really, truly, is AP Art History. It is the coolest. Every time I go in there, there's something cool happening in AP Art History. That's really fun.
AP Photography class is a fun one to crash too. So they're coming to me now. But thanks for answering. Go ahead.
So I'm thinking down the hallways. There's music and art. Of course, there's all kinds of fashion, design, interior design. If you want to be a teacher, there's child development classes to take. There's all kinds of business classes. There's an app development class called AP Computer Science Principles. That's really great. There are academic electives. So if you're really interested in military, you love history, but whatever, military history is a really fun elective. We've got electives. Your problem is not going to be, oh, how am I going to fill my 8 class? No, your problem is going to be, oh my gosh, I want to take all these classes and I don't have enough time. What can I possibly take during summer school? That's basically what's going to happen. Because we have so many choices. Our book is really, really thick. And if you have a specific question, I know that I want to work in the video game industry. What kind of classes should I take to get there? That would be a great thing to email your SAGE person at the high school level, because we can totally map that all out. And fun fact, I used to work for a video game company.
Whoa.
For the real man. They made me play Halo on my lunch break. Made me.
Awesome. You know what's fun about this show is I've learned more about my colleagues on the show than I've ever known, and we've been working together now for 4 years. So yeah, the show brings out some crazy fun facts. So very cool. Okay, here we go. Here's one. Oh man, everybody, we have so many comments. They just keep going on and on. What is the most interesting ideas you've gotten from students? So that's a tough one. And Dr. Stanley, I know you're a coordinator now, but you have been teachers and you work with students. I'm putting you on the hot seat.
Hey, absolutely. I used to work with Northland CAPS, which is an off-campus program, and we actually started what you call business accelerator. So students that had ideas could literally make their products, and we taught them how to create a business out of it. And so I've had students do really cool t-shirt companies. I've had students open up a paintball playing center, I don't know what you call it, down in North Kansas City. So students are so full of some great ideas. We've also had a lot of students do philanthropy or charity work. So we've had students collect shoes and send them off to Africa so kids there have shoes. So kids are really creative, and pretty much if you have an idea, we can make it happen for you.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing, because you know what? Miss Torres is right, and she loves the hot seat as well, but the hot seat is hard. Okay, here is this one. This one kept popping up. It really wanted me to ask you this earlier, and it kept popping up on the screen. Dr. Damon, what is the best part of being a high school SAGE teacher?
Well, I guess you already know it. It's you guys. We love our SAGE kids, and we get you. We think you're awesome. And every unique thing about you is our best part of our day. So I think everybody can chime in on that. We love our job. So you guys are the best part of being a SAGE teacher.
Very cool. Anybody else? You guys have any other thoughts on that, SAGE teachers?
Yeah, I love seeing students make progress. I love seeing them make that connection between effort and outcome, working really hard to achieve something. It's a nice thing. It's nice just to be a part of that.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. We're going to put Miss Marcantonio on the hot seat, because this is actually a really good question. I've never even thought about it. But you mentioned summer school options. What are they? And would I be able to do them virtually since I go out of state for the summer?
Yes, you can. So we do our summer school in 2 different ways. There's online, virtual, that's 6 weeks, and you can, as long as you have the internet, you can totally do that at a vacation or something. We have had trouble with Boy Scout camp, though, if you're because I don't think they have the interwebs at Boy Scout camp. But then we also have a 4-week face-to-face option with, it's mostly for credit recovery, which that's not what you guys are talking about. That's for kids who maybe don't pass a class in high school and then they have to come back and repass it. But for you guys, we do offer summer school PE, which is only 4 weeks. It's out in the sunshine, kicking around a ball and playing Frisbee golf. At least that's the way it is at Winnetonka, and it's pretty fun. So PE is one of those requirements that can kind of eat up your schedule a little bit because it's a semester long class. So then what do you put on the other semester? And it's kind of awkward. So if you want to get PE knocked out in the summer, you can actually do it on online PE. Not even kidding. Wouldn't make this up. There's online PE, and there's also face-to-face PE in the summer. But there's a ton of things you can take during summer school online. Just remember, you can only do 1 semester during the summer. So I have some kids who are like, I want to take Spanish online. Well, that's going to be hard because you take 1 semester of Spanish and then you show up to first semester of high school. Well, they're on first semester Spanish too, also, so that's kind of challenging. But there are some semester classes that are perfect, like personal finance, PE, health is a really good one to get out of the way. What are some other really good options for summer school online, Dr. Dameron?
Well, health and PE is our main one. I have to say that.
Yeah.
We have occasionally had people start a practical art, or at least get part of that. Food, well, not food necessarily. I'm trying to think what it is.
Like self-development. They take a self-development class, or like marriage and family. They don't call it marriage and family anymore. They call it like interpersonal relationships or something like that.
Good.
But anything that you're thinking is going to get in the way of you taking, for example, 4 years of engineering or 4 years of orchestra, 4 years of choir and theater, if there's something that's going to get it, or 4 years of AVID, if that's going to get in the way of that, those are some excellent things to get taken care of during summer school. Summer school enrollment should come out at the end of March, and you should just find it. Your counselor should have it, but we can send a reminder to your SAGE teachers. It'll be an online registration.
Very cool. That's another good deadline. Thank you. Okay.
And just a quick note about summer school. It is only for 8th graders because you'll be turning into 9th graders. So you have to wait. You can't do it in 6th or 7th grade because you're not yet high schoolers.
Perfect.
I saw something in the chat. I don't know if we have time for it, but I'm dying to say it.
Okay, go ahead.
And then everybody else can be thinking about it in your school. So
Okay.
I want to warn all of our 8th graders, if you're on here, when you oh, we got it right there. Yeah, sorry. I just love that question.
It's a good one.
I'm sorry to share this secret with our kids here at high school who like to make money off of you guys. But we do not have a rooftop pool.
Oh,
So
same.
you are sold a ticket to use the elevator to get to the rooftop pool. Do not do it.
Don't
because
buy
we
it.
don't have one. We might have a puddle up there, but we do not sadly have a rooftop pool.
Same. The seniors will try to sell you a Winnetonka pool pass. Do not. Also, you do not need a Winnetonka elevator pass. If you break your leg, you don't have to have a pass. You can just get on the elevator. Also, the elevator's a little sketch, so I'm not 100% sure about that. But don't buy that stuff from the seniors. They lie, I tell you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, our seniors are going to have to make up something new because there used to be like a tunnel pass that they would sell between Norclay and the main part of our campus. But Norclay is no longer a part of our high school campus. So they're going to have to get creative and work on something new.
Northtown doesn't have a pool on the top either.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we are really, really close to the end of our show, but Miss McSparron, you are not free of the hot seat. I know, I've been waiting for this one. Really quick, what inspired you to be a teacher?
Originally, I was a science teacher, and I had a fantastic biology teacher in college. My first biology class that I took in college, she was amazing, and so she was my big inspiration for wanting to be a teacher.
Very cool.
I'll have to say that she has a tie-dyed heart because she was a fantastic science teacher here at Oak Park. So she does have that purple on now, but she's got to have a little blue in there.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
very true.
What a great way to say it. I cannot thank you all enough. I know I did not get to all your questions, everybody out there, but encourage your families to join us tomorrow night. Awesome news. This was one of our highest live view shows. So very, very cool. So everyone out there, have your parents jump on, because you know when your parents are like, wait, what did they say? Wait, what did they say? Wait, what did they say? Well, now they can come and just hear it from them. So have them join. If they cannot join live, they can always watch later, but we will be live tomorrow night. All right. And it's at, what time is it, guys? I'm testing you guys. Anybody know what time it is tomorrow night?
It's on my calendar. I don't know.
I know it's on the calendar too.
It's at 6, right?
Yes, there you go. 6
Thank
o'clock.
you.
You win. You win, Mr. Myers. Okay, there you go. You're not-
I'll be getting myself in the hot seat lost.
I know. Okay, everybody. We do have some people that want to say thank you. So thank you so much for your time today, for answering questions, for playing along. Uh-oh, Ms. Schaefer says it's 5:30. Oh, Mr. Myers, you were wrong.
It's okay.
Thank
It's
you.
okay. I learned through failure.
Look, we got another one.
I'll have it right tomorrow.
They're all calling us out. I knew they would. Okay, 5:30 beyond at 5:20, guys. Be ready to go. So 5:30 tomorrow night, we will be on for your families. And you guys jump on as well. And you guys can also chat on here as well. Oh, there we go. North Kansas City Sage. You're right. It's 5:30 tomorrow night. Everybody heard it? You heard it.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
There you go. I'm glad we shared it.
Probably see my dog then if it's 5:30 in the evening.
Really, really cool. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. But I will also see you guys tomorrow night. And thank you so much. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. And we will see you next week on Engage with Sage. Guess what?
Thank you.
Yeah, next week on Engage with Sage, not only do you get to see your Sage teachers, but their family members will also be on. So we get to learn all the dirt about our middle school Sage teachers next week on Engage with Sage. Okay, everybody, be safe, stay kind, and wash your hands. Bye.